So today we are continuing with the rest of the three formulas, which are Dopresh and Marshall and Kelly's. I have already written the formulas, if you can see on my screen. So the first one is Dorpish and Boles price index. So in Dorpish, the formula is P naught 1 equals to L plus P divided by 2. So here L is last payer's price index and P is purchase price index. In Dorpish and Boles, there is no separate formula, and you just have to, use last pairs and purchase price index. So here you can see that in last class we did these two formulas. In last pairs, the formula is this: P1 into Q1 divided by P naught Q naught into 100. And for purchase, the formula is, here we have the formula: P1 Q naught divided by P naught Q naught into, sorry, this is same. Paasche is P1 Q1 divided by P naught Q1 into 100. So this is Paasche's formula. So what we have to do in Dorpish and Boles method, L plus P divided by 2, right? So here I am just applying this formula here, right? So here L is, what is the result of L? 133, right? So I will just write 133 133.97, and here P is Paasche 128.87. Okay, so here it is 128.87 divided by 2. So we will just solve it here. 131.42, right? So this is how we have calculated Dorbish and Boles price index. Now next is Marshall Edgeworth's price index. So this is the formula for Marshall and Edgeworth's price index. So as you can see in the formula is sigma P1 Q naught plus sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P naught Q naught plus sigma P naught Q1 into 100. Right? So I'll just check if we have calculated all these values, and then I will directly put these values into the formula. Then um, so first thing we need is P1 Q naught. So P1 Q naught total is 209. So I will write 209 here. 209 P1 Q1. P1 Q1 is 183. So here I'm writing 183 divided by P naught Q naught. So P naught Q naught is 156. So here I'll write 156, and P naught Q1 is 142. So here it's 142. Now we'll just solve it. So this 209 plus 183 is 392. 298. Okay. So this is 298, and we'll just solve it. So 131.54. 131.54, right? So this is how we have calculated price index in Marshall's Edgeworth price index. Now the last one is Kelly's price index. In Kelly's price index, the formula is P1 into Q. Okay, for this formula, we don't have Q0 or Q1. The quantity is same, right? So we can take one example for this formula for Kelly's price index. So I'll just show you with the help of an example. So here we have commodity. Commodity is A, B, C, and D. So then we have quantity. Then we have prices P0 and P1. P0 is base year's price and P1 is current year's price, right? So quantity is 5, 2, 6 and 17, right? And P0 base year's price is 500, 480. Then we have 180 and 420. This is base year's price, and current year's prices are 1000, 980, 600 and 1020. So quantity is only one. There are no two quantities given to you like Q1 or Q0. Only one Q is given to you. So we'll just solve it now. We need to calculate P1Q and P0Q, right? These two things we need to calculate. Now we'll just calculate 5 into first is P1. 2500, this is for P1, right? P0Q. Okay. So P0Q is 2500. Then we have 1960. No, 960, yeah? 960. Then we have 1080. And then we have 7140, right? And its summation is 11680. Okay. Then we need to calculate P1Q. This is 5000, 1960, 3600 and 17340, and its summation is 27900, right? So we have calculated all the values. Now we'll put these values into the formula. So P1Q is 27900, 27900, and P0Q is 11680, and we just solve it. So the answer we have obtained here is 238.87, right? So we are done with all the types under this head. So here we are, right? So under weighted, we are done with weighted aggregate method, right? So the next method we have is weighted average of relative measures. So for this weighted average of relative measures, we need to use log tables, right? So I request everyone to keep a log table with you so that you can easily see the table. So you can go to Google and type log table PDF. So there would be a number of files available for that, right? So please keep a log table with you. Okay. So we are starting with now weighted average of relative measures. Weighted average of relative measures. Here we have two formulas. Okay, so but please keep your log tables with you. Then only you will be able to understand. Okay, I will try my best to make you people understand that how we are doing it. But keep your log tables with you also. Just Google it. So here we have majorly two formulas. First is weighted average, weighted arithmetic mean of price relatives. Weighted arithmetic mean of price relatives. And the second one is weighted geometric mean of price relatives. So these are the two set of formulas, and I will just show you how to solve it with the help of an example, because there are no set formulas for this, but because we are using log tables, so I will show you with the help of an example that how to do this. Okay, so please keep your log tables with you. Okay, so the first column is commodity. Just a second. Commodity. And the second, okay, commodities, we have A to E. Right. Then we have weights given to us, because this is weighted average, so weights are already given to you. Okay, so weights are 30. Yes. Yes. In how many marks it will come in the exam? See, there would be one question, but we'll discuss it. Okay, first let me complete the question. 20, 10, 25. So weights are given to you. Then two prices are given to you: base year's price and current year's price. So base year's price is P0 and current year's price is P1. Okay. So for example, our base year is 2000 and current year is 2005. So this is the information given to you. So 100, 20, then we have 70, 20 and 40, right? So this is given to you, and P1 is 90, 20, 60, 15 and 55, right? So this is given to you. Now we'll just write the summation of weights. Summation of weights, that is 100, right? Now next thing, this is the information, this would be the information which would be already given to you, right? From this information we will calculate both weighted arithmetic mean of price relative and weighted geometric mean of price relatives, right? So the first thing we need to calculate is price relatives, right? Price relatives. So to calculate price relatives, we need to calculate price relative. The formula is P1 divided by P naught into 100. So this is the formula of price relative. This is how we'll calculate price relative. So okay, just a second. I'll just show you how we are calculating for one, and then you can understand. So P equals to, here we have P1. P1 here is 90. Here, see, this is P1 90. So 90, P naught is 100, right, into 100. So the answer is 90, right? Now similarly we'll calculate for rest of the commodities as well. This same formula we'll calculate. Like here you see 20 upon 20 into 100, so it becomes 100. Then 60 upon 70 into 100, 85.71. Then 15 upon 20 into 100, this becomes 75. Then 55 upon 40 into 100, 137.5. Right. So this is how we have calculated price relatives, right? Now in next column we have to multiply these price relatives with the weights. This P into this W, weights, right? So this 90 into 30 is 2700. See, this 90 and this 30, right? So this becomes 2700. Then it is 1500. This 15 into this 100. Price into weights. This is 1500. Then 20 into 85.7, 1714.2. Then 10 into 775, it becomes 750. And the last one is 3437.5. Now we need to calculate its summation. Summation of PW, it is 10101.7. So this is what we have obtained. Now next thing we need to do is we need to calculate the log. Okay, so we need to calculate log P, right? So log P we need to calculate.